Hello, good afternoon, as we are just slipping into the afternoon now. How are you all? I hope you're well and that you've survived these very, very crazy few weeks, couple of months. We are finally now coming out of eclipse season, and the eclipse season has been kind of like someone grabbing a snow globe and sort of shaking it up and saying, well, let's see where things land. And they haven't always landed where it's been easy. Sometimes they've landed in a place that has been painful, that has challenged us, that has brought disease, brought real disease and pain into people's lives. And I think we could all do with a bit of a breather now and just sort of come back into a different state of being. And it really feels like this new moon in Gemini is going to bring this. Donna, hello. Thank you so much for joining me. I'm thrilled that you're here. Stepping into a new doorway. And we don't know how many more doorways there are to come. We have no idea. This is Donna, you are welcome to be in my video. Last time I tried this, someone went, no, I don't want to be in it. So just send a message if you do want to be, and I'll let you in. If you've got something to say, you are more than welcome to join me. Stepping into something new, someone new, because it's not just about the world changing around us. It's also about us changing. It's about our hearts changing, the way we view the world. It's time for us to view the world in the way that we want it to be. To start recognizing our incredible creative power. And the word creative always bugged me, because I come from a phenomenally creative family. My mum, she made these beautiful little books when she was younger, and my sister is a very talented woman. She can do sculpture and design things, and one of my cousins is a professional artist, and they're just phenomenally creative. And I always thought, well, there's me. I can't do anything because I'm not an artist. I'm not I'm not in this tiny little label. And actually what we need to start doing is recognizing that the word creative has become so small, it's become so limited, and we've taken the word creative to simply mean being an artist or being a musician. And this is not what it is. Creativity is actually our ability to create anything, to create ourselves, to create a new life for ourselves, to create friendships, to create abundance. It's everything. And every single one of us is creative and has this extraordinary creative power. So I really think it's time now that we start changing the definition of this word and start applying it to ourselves. The other thing I'm doing is I'm starting to play with sort of chalks and colours, and the results are not something that would hang in the National Gallery at all. But you know what? It feels bloody fantastic, because it's about expressing our souls and expressing our hearts, and it doesn't actually matter what comes out, because you're not doing it for somebody else. We're not creating for somebody else. We're creating for ourselves. And this is what is most important. So, find some courage and just pick up a pen, pick up some chalks and just play. If you want to dance, go and dance. If you wish to, pick up an instrument, but just play. It's time now. We've come through this incredibly heavy period, and we're now stepping into this wonderful Gemini, playful, much brighter energy. And it's time to just start playing with our creativity and start being a child again. There's one thing I love. I have these two beautiful nieces, and the youngest one, she's still at that age where she doesn't know sort of what is right and wrong. And I remember being that age. It was just fantastic. And so whenever I sit down and play some piano, she starts dancing. And it's wonderful. She doesn't care how she moves. She just dances. And this is the ultimate creativity. Before we start telling her, no, you can't dance like that. No, that's not how the step is. She just moves her body. And it's glorious to see. It's just so beautiful. And this is the kind of freedom that I want us to bring back into our lives. Is just to go, go dancing down the road, sing if you want, whatever it is that just makes your heart go, yay! Because we need more of that joy in our lives. We really do. And this Gemini new moon is here to bring all that in, to literally do our laundry. This is how I described it. I wrote some notes on my laptop. And, as I sat there, I said, well, what does this energy feel like? And this new perspective, this brighter, lighter energy. And I literally came up with, I was given, it's like doing the laundry. I thought, oh, okay. And the image they gave me was, when we put our laundry in, we're very careful not to mix the colours because we don't want things to bleed into one another. But actually, they showed me that if you do mix everything, if you throw everything in together and the colours bleed, you come up with these fantastic patterns. You come up with all this tie-dye stuff and things just emerge and they're gorgeous. And this is this kind of freedom. It's not saying, oh, we've got to be in purity with this energy. It's about saying, I can just mix all these things in. And what comes out, who knows, but it's going to be fun. So, yeah, doing the laundry. I never thought I'd come up with that one. And what else did I write? Oh, yeah, so what's also happening is now that we've come through this really challenging period, and a lot of people are suddenly thinking, I'm in pain, I'm in agony, I've got all these traumas, but they've held on to them for so long because they've kind of kept a lid on everything, thinking that they've got to be private, that they've got to, sit there in their own pain and not share it. And I tell you what, suddenly this morning, all these people have come up and said, you know what? I am in pain. I need help. I've got these challenges. And they're starting to share and they're starting to come back into community. Admittedly, the Mercury retrograde hasn't helped, but they're suddenly coming out and communicating truthfully with other people. And this is also a result of this new moon in Gemini. It is us standing up and saying, well, the way I've communicated before has not worked for me. And then when we say to somebody, how are you? Oh, I'm fine. When actually we're not fine at all. It's time to share, to reach out to other people, to build a new way of communicating, a new way of being with others. And truth is the best way to be with others. We don't have to overburden. It's not we're treating someone like a therapist. It's just saying, you know what, I'm not having the best day. And then someone comes in and says, you know what, it's not just you, it's also me. And in that you can have a sharing. You can have a mutually supportive relationship. And these relationships are really, really important going forward. They are very, very vital to the world that we want to build. We have lived in shadow for so long with all our pains, with all our stresses. And it is when we share that someone else can come up with a solution for us, that by telling us, they might actually have a solution for us just in our mirroring. So, yeah, this is something that we want to continue with in support and love. So, this new space we're stepping into, new doorways coming. We can't step forward as the old person that we were. Okay, this is ever so important. We can't move into a new house if we bring all of our stuff with us. It's not going to be a new house. It's just going to be the old house, just different walls. And we don't want to do that. We don't want to try and crawl our way forward by dragging all of our old stuff. So it's time to build a new foundation. It's time to say, am I going to continue sitting here within my pains? Or am I going to realize that I can build something different? You know, I had a chat recently, and this person, they said, oh, Jubilee, there'll be parties outside the house. It'll be noisy. I don't want children around. And I simply said, but this is joy. What you're hearing is other people's joy. And whilst you may not want to join in the celebrations, that's okay. We want to find joy from other people's joy. You know, when you see someone who's happy, someone who's laughing, there are two ways we can react. We can either go into the very bitter, disappointed, oh, for God's sake, they're having fun. They should stop it. Which doesn't actually bring us anything. It just keeps us in misery. We can make a choice, and that choice can be, I hear that other person being joyful. I'm going to listen to it. I'm going to take the energy of their joy, and I'm going to allow it into my heart. And I'm going to allow it to make me more joyful. This is the way of communicating that we want to step into. Just sitting there in our pains creates nothing but pain. Whereas if we can actually be inspired by others, if we see other people's abundance, we see other people's happiness, rather than criticizing them for it, rather than hating them for it, let's open ourselves up and say, well, they can inspire me. They can help me be more positive. When I see someone who has something that I love, how do I get that? How do I get that type of relationship? How do I build that type of lifestyle for me? We want to be inspired by other people's joy and love, not turn against it, not shut it down. So this is the person that we want to take forward through this new doorway. This is the person who loves love, the person who loves joy, who appreciates it. And yeah, it's a real new way of being for some people. But we can't step through these doorways with an old attitude. It's not going to work. Something has to give. So what else have I written? Let's have a look. Oh yeah, curiosity. This is another great word that came to me this morning. Gemini is opening up the door to curiosity. We've lived a path, we've been in a path for so long that is very narrow, very blinkered. And actually when we look out in the world, there are millions of paths that we can take. But we've never dared look because, I don't know, various reasons. If I look at another pathway, it might divert me from my own that I feel I must be on. If I look at another pathway, I might just feel jealous. Well, this is what it's about. It's about looking at all these amazing possibilities in life and thinking, well, what else could there be? What else could I do? Who else could I be in life? How else could I live? And this wonderful, light, playful energy is coming in. And it is just that, it's play. It is being this adult that we've had to be is very serious and very narrow. And actually we want to become that child and play. And when you're given the cardboard box, start wondering about what else could it be? You know, when you're given an opportunity in life, don't immediately say, oh, no, not for me. What if you said, I'm going to consider it. I'm going to play with it. And actually, I tell you what, it leads you to fantastic places. Because, some people, they seem to just take every single opportunity in their life. It's incredible. And I was looking at myself recently and I thought, wow, when something is presented to me, I've actually sat there and questioned it and thought, well, is it right? Should I do this? What if it goes wrong? All this fear coming up. And then recently I started going, oh, look, there's an opportunity being presented to me. I'm going to go play with it. And sometimes they've worked out and sometimes they haven't. But I've opened the door and I can feel the energy within me shifting. I can feel my creativity rising. I can feel myself blossoming because I am looking at opportunities and saying, well, what if? Why can't I have that opportunity? It's been presented to me, so has it been presented to make me fall, to make me look stupid? No, it hasn't. It's been presented to me to go and explore. And this is a great way to live life, to just go and play and have fun. Above all else, have fun. If your life isn't fun, what are you doing? Let's change it. So that's coming in. Be a child, play. And as I say, we've done a hell of a lot of letting go recently, and playing is what we need to go and do now. Because play is fun, play is rest. Give your heart, give your soul something else to focus on. Joy. Stop looking at the same picture. Hi, Misha. Thank you for being here. I was saying, stop looking at the same picture. There's a wonderful bit in Illusions, Richard Bach book. And they go into a cinema, and the spiritual character says to the other, so do you like this movie you're watching? And the guy goes, no, not at all. He said, well, there are 6 other screens. Why don't you go watch a different movie? And the idea was he'd gone in there because someone else had told him to go into that movie. How much of your life is there because someone else told you that that's who you had to be and that's how you had to be? It's a really good question. The other thing that has come up is colour. I did a meditation yesterday and I kept seeing myself in these brighter colours, in whites, in silvers, in golds, in just colour. And I said, the colour that we wear, it reflects into our aura, it reflects into our energy. So hence in this bright pink dress today. And the world has become very same coloured. It's time to get the colour out. It's time to just lighten things up. I used to love it. I used to put my some summer wardrobe away every winter and then change it over when the seasons changed, just because there was no room in my wardrobe. And I used to love opening the suitcase when it came to my summer clothes, because there was colour. There were the reds, the pinks, the yellows, oranges, blues. And as I put my winter wardrobe away, it was like saying goodbye to heaviness, to darkness, because winter wardrobes tend to be so dark, so heavy. Why? It's why can't we wear bright colour in winter? Why can't we wear bright colour all year round? Why can't we wear sequins, ball gowns when we go shopping? This is the playfulness I want to come in. I am always envious when I see a child and they're wearing their fairy outfit or their princess outfit and they're walking down the road and nobody criticises them. We just look and we go, oh my God, that's so gorgeous, it's so sweet. Why can't we wear it? What rule was invented to say that we have to dress as an adult, that we have to behave as an adult? I'm a 53-year-old child. And I'm bloody happy being a 53-year-old child. I want to go play. People tell me I shouldn't dye my hair red and I should go to a more sensible colour. Meh. No. These are the rules you want to just throw out. Let's bring this colour. Let's bring this lightness back into our lives. I want to see people walking down the road in the brightest colours, inspiring me. You don't get a butterfly that turns around and says, oh, I mustn't open my wings because I'm too bright, I'm too colourful. You don't get a male peacock that says, oh, no, I'm not going to open my feathers because what will people think? They just open them up and go, wow, look at me. This is us. This is our soul. It is full of this amazing colour and this joy. Just look outside, look at the colours, look at the sky. I took a photo of a sunset yesterday and it was just beams of light coming out and oranges and pinks and there's a wonderful mix of colour. The world isn't meant to be a dull place. We are not meant to be dull. We are meant to display our wings to the world. All the sparkles, all the light beams coming off them. You know, be a display of magnificence. This is us. Sorry, I'm going off on one. But yeah, start wearing what you want, basically. Start behaving as you want. We all deserve to shine. The world deserves to see us shine. Yay! Hello, Sam! It's funny because I was just thinking about you when I thought about all these rays of colours, and I was thinking that I'm thinking of Sam. There she is. You know, and along with that, as we start wearing brighter colours, we stop wallowing in our sadness. You know, I decided ages ago that when I do eventually die, I am going to have, my mum's written a funeral plan about what the music, and in my funeral plan is going to be, nobody is wearing black. Nobody. You're all going to turn up in the brightest colours, in your favourite clothes. I want sequins, I want sparkles at my funeral, because we wallow so much in our sad moments. And it's time to celebrate. It's time to not just look at all the pain that we've been through, but actually to start looking at the joy. You know, how often do you get into a conversation with somebody and it's like, how's life? Oh, well, it's lousy. Is it? Yeah, so's mine. Why don't we go up to people and say, tell me your best moment. Tell me your happiest moment in life. Tell me when you were so inspired by life. We don't do that, do we? We ask people, basically, tell me all your crap, tell me all your pains. It's any wonder we sit in them. You know, we're like a little, warthog. Is it warthog that shovels in all the mud? You know, we're like that. We're sort of thinking, I can just get down in all the dirt. No. Let's get into the colours. Let's get into the brightness. It's time. It really is. So yeah, revel in the joy of others. That's all I have to say. So, I'm going to look at some cards. And I couldn't decide, first of all, but suddenly unicorns came up. And unicorns, bright white unicorns with their horns, again, of sparkling colour. Rainbow colours coming through. And so, magical unicorns came up. And the first card that came up was decide. Right? Time to clearly make a decision about what you want. Time to clearly make a decision about who you want to be, how you want to be. If you're not happy in who you were, change it. You know, when I changed schools when I was 16, I'd always been painted into this corner, and that's Christina, that's who she is. And I went to a different school, and I walked in as a different person. I thought, because the person they've made me into, I can't actually break out of when I stay in the same place. But when I changed schools, I went, now I'm going to start being more of me. And it was the first thing I ever really, really did that was mine, that I owned. And it was a powerful moment. It is very difficult to break out of an image of a position that other people have put us into. But we have to try. People will think, oh, you're weird. She's gone strange. What's the matter with her? What's the matter with you is that you're evolving, is that you are growing, is that you are displaying all the elements of yourself. They try to make us into one element, into one picture. We're not. We are this incredible 5D being. And it's time to let all of this come out of you, to just fully be who you are. And all you've got to do is make the decision. That's it. Sit down, decide who you don't want to be, decide who you do want to be, and step into that new person. And if people don't like it, they'll adjust in time. They will. But it's time to stop lying to yourself. It's time to just really embrace you once you make that decision. Second card, believe in yourself. Hell yeah. Believe in who you want to be. Not just believe in who you are now, but have an image for who you want to be and believe in that person. And this sort of massive chasm between the two, if you focus on who you want to be, you'll bridge that chasm. You will find the strength, you'll find the courage. The universe will help you create the person that you want to be. But you have to believe in it. You have to know that that is coming. I was going to say, if you can hear children screaming outside, revel in their joy, okay? Because they're having fun. And I'm listening to them and I'm thinking, that's so nice to hear laughter. It's so nice to hear life, to hear energy. So, yeah, if you hear them, enjoy it. And the third card is share. You see that? When you share, everyone feels happy. This is it. When we share the joy, we increase the joy that other people feel. We bring the joy up in them. So don't hide. When you're happy, be happy. Show the world that you're happy. When you have joy to share, share it. It's the only way forward. Then, which card? I noticed as I picked up this card, Believe in Yourself, I've never seen that rainbow before. But today I did. And I was like, wow, there it is. There is colour. There is all this light and this beauty coming in. So I went to my other pack of unicorn cards. I shuffled them. I said, which card do you want me to share? Ready? Rainbow. They're there. There is a rainbow beyond the clouds. And I'm going to read from the book because they said it so well. This card signifies the end of one period and the beginning of something joyous and financially rewarding. Notice the signs of prosperity coming to you and more will follow. I read that and I was like, wow, that completely and utterly sums up everything that I have felt about this Gemini new moon. It is the new doorway opening. It is the stepping into the colour, stepping into the light, into the joy, into all the beauty. And prosperity is not just financial. Prosperity is an abundance of life, of community, of relationships. It's just an abundance of light. This is the doorway we're stepping through. And I can't wait. I'm really excited about this. We have done so much clearing, so much digging down into the depths of this earth. Now we build, and we're building on all that is light. You know, and I was also reminded, we've been working a lot with, yay, very excited. I'm thrilled you are, Misha. It is time. It is just time to go forwards. But as I was saying, I think I can remember, we've been working a lot with a collective of energy called the Love Light Beings, as we have named them. And as I sat here just before I came live, and I thought, who is going to come through? Who is going to share their energy today? And my Love Light guide, Ukulu, came forward and said, me. And with it, they bring, well, exactly what we call them, love and light. They are beautiful beings. And at any point, you can open your heart and say, I welcome the Love Light Beings in too. They bring rainbow light. They bring sparkles. They bring life. Oh, and they tell me our image of what life has been so wrong for so many thousands of years. It's as if we have been put into a cave and told to mine it almost pointlessly. You know, when people sort of get told to do something repeatedly, it's almost like a torture. this is kind of the vision that we had of life. It's like we've been running around doing these jobs that actually mean nothing. Nothing at all. They don't enhance life. They don't enhance our experience of being here. And now we are waking up and we're stepping out of this cave and we're beginning to go, what is it that's important? What do we actually need in life? How many jobs out there are just us running on a treadmill, going nowhere, achieving nothing, creating nothing? How many? But this is the circle that they've created, that one person creates paperwork that another person then has to stamp to create more paperwork to give to somebody else. And there is this ridiculous cycle of life. And the love light beings come in and they say, this is not life. This is not the purpose of life. Our purpose of life is to live, to love, to experience, to play, to have joy. It is literally to be a child again of the universe. And I don't know if you can feel this love coming through right now, but it is an awakening into colour, into the sparkles of life. And this is the light language that I'm going to channel through, because I want you so much to feel this love. And it's going to come, and I hope you're ready, because it's just going to burst through me. Tarimuchik oda shaza da de chishiko darishima saka yadarana aish sanya ura todo shas motarakmana kariki burashkin da dashke as a yoruna tarasi I miss what aramok sessia darake tarmishko sama darosukuna a demoshkatsan garishkin yitsukotarish Suzuki mat shinik zetsukaraja marazina raje taramadashketsa muhataraji Tazamare tamarashkara yiki askodarishke Samaras with the Rebeatrami, Hamazine Karaki, Mateshikuzu Kadashi, Tamaja Zakarakim, Shazizikaraji Kadashi, Kosakaramador Shasa, Zizka, Nadin Yazavara, Nadi Kurubakarakadarashin, Sitskada, Simatskita, Meshikadar, the Oranmisko, that Shimias, what I did, Moraza, Mitabrani, Odaya, Idami, and Dimara Kishikazukarati, that Zizkamarahi, Mutarajin Yazi. Metti, Adira, the Baraki Garishik Sisukota, Sayan Rasvita, Marita, Maria, Baradota, the Barakita Rushketsi said, Atita, at the Mujgare, Naremezua, Oaita, Ayamura, Tiwaraki Kashia, Matia Takerashikia Seta, Tandurjuma. Mutajis Metraji. Tarimukasia, Tainara, Inajikmosaya Warati, Tumoras, Tadaiterashi, Tamiaronukusi, Taduramiata, Ita Imbok, Ainarashgua, Tursisakia, Tamiawani, Warani, Morai, Bodeo, Tobrakia, Tarijgnoshkata, Iaborte, Eitopara, Itopara, Kebotaraki, Nututojis, Waria, Namorijitskatar, Teya, Moshaja. Jajeski, to mrażwiski jukutara. My te paraniny orkorykuju, dori, kibura kadora, kibura krekora, kadora, pedor, to prakitoru, kadakato, to isis, to mizwata, intora mayata, norka, tiborto, tayur, motoraji, kuka, inarajin yaseya, to putatatina, ayavaraneka, tiroshkisa. I took Mrs. Good dear Maya, or I got a kinati, or Simia, Titi, Ota, in the Morakebara, she's Kotariski, Sotarishi, Sutotokarikata, Tamia Wari Darmo, the Marekevarak, shiki tarashike ma the yazi tamarishki with them my uturabias padashkish Mashinia, the Ibareta Brakitoshki Shuta, Shimorashinia, Sizikita, Shishikibara, Nora, Ishwarazimia, Barakia, Tamura Yushkusuki, the Rushkusuki, Barotanajuketa, Jimjikata, Sitarakitarakshi, Tumara Zitamara, Erinakiara, Nemoshkia. Turamashki sitara yawara mieda varshki shuka, the Rujukara, the Murajikora, Shima. They say we need to let the ribbons of divine light weave their way through us into our energy. As they weave their way through us, they touch our DNA, they touch all that we are, and in doing so, they release the pains, they release the darkness. This ribbon of light, it is sparkly, it is rainbow, it is everything that we need, and all we have to do is allow this light in, and it will weave its way not just through us now, but going back through all the lifetimes, through everything that we have ever been. And if we allow this light into us, it will enhance. Bijani marawkadadoshkis wetsiktabraka, timurajinka, inmosh, kaldai korashke rajke barashki tarakoshkisia, tamurinnikerke, shudarashmiashwatadajke swa, nuraita maraya, tormach ushke saza, yayamura, tamur, watidarjikmasa, tarishkmiashoka, itashkesia, tamarawi timurke, turizjaskea, tamarawa hotarjina. Simo dari mukishke, sayudo mushkara, dari ushki izumutrke, dari mushke sizusakrake, dari huanarashi. Marajiske zuskara dishke amari, de murishke swasitaroko arakima, aidishke sunatari, midrina kavarashi, turmura zine atakarike tarajikota, shijikita, patrishkas, sindurishka marakitarushis, siwa ita parayandaraki. Tamru wuarendenia tarajesia sakara, tijikarasia, tarjukara in yishkwasina, tirajosokarata, tarishke moskaredera kimyatarako, ayata, naunarke, tiamiata, rushuadarash, suadi, titi gormokara, semat, horetikrik, jikasia, tamuraka, iurkashki, muraki, murenikraki. Ashkasia, Tamari, Uta, Ajiki, Zuskia, Torjeska, Marimene, Iara, Nokoreji, Said Karashikora, Narijgamo, Siara de Tamura. It is time for each of us to step fully into our birthright, the birthright of being this divine being that we are, that we have always been, this rainbow-coloured, divine, sparkly, magnificent being that we are, that has been denied to us by those who have feared our light. And now is the time to rise and to be everything that we are. Mais guarda corsetsia taraishke aimu nauritam kurantishki wetarishmita tarishki misiator turesikara aishisk morarake what horne adirmokarake shunakar issesikara. Najua morazeta kiraka morashki zuza yadarishki wasmata. Awante or mukwezika ishkawata narushukurashike muraka darimi wati mora. I titik korasikama aishkawazima matirama matimara keorukuma setiachishkusko adishko sakirate tur mushara. Simara ishkeba simata keba jikusokara tikarakeba de kishkusiatarva hadirshkusisata derekamariki turjiskata turma eburhinya. They say that you have the love of your ancestors as every light being, the ancestors who have awoken and they see us struggling now. They send their love too. It is a ribbon of light that flows throughout time, throughout history, throughout the universe. And all we have to do is let it in, and the healing commences to heal time itself. I hope you feel the joy. I hope you feel the love. I hope that you are able going forward to focus on the light, to focus on who you are, and to see in the mirror, when you look in the mirror at yourself, see your beauty, see your divine reflection shining back to you. That is the only thing that is real. The rest is a mirage, an illusion, a veil that you have worn for so long. Take it off and see the truth of who you are. And when you do that, you can build the life of joy that you deserve. This is their gift to us. Well, I thank you so much for joining me here today. I'm always honoured by how many people show up. It feels purposeful to me to do these. It brings me joy, and that's why I keep doing them. As ever, if you wish to contribute, you are more than welcome, and any gift, any donation is received with immense thanks. There's a link, I think, at the bottom of the event page. Please go shine. Please go find your butterfly wings. You have them. It's just time to own them. And I look forward to seeing you here at the full moon. And we will see what that brings. It feels like the journey now is onwards and upwards. Enough digging in the dirt. It's time to ascend. It's time to rise. I send you all the love of the universe, and I send you my love too. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye-bye.